Hello! Welcome back to my channel again. So for today's video, I am going to give you ideas on what other things that you might use inside your classroom if you're a teacher for kids. So let's begin. So first one, I have here storybook. So if you have any storybook with you, so you might use it for your class, and this is very helpful, especially if your lesson during that time is about animals. So aside from just letting your kid look at what's on the screen, you can divert his attention to by just looking into this kind of book. And that's very helpful because you can show your kid different animals, and then you just have to put it near your screen. Yeah, something like that. And then you just have to ask your student, what animals can you see in here? Right? And then for those kids who already know how to read, you can also ask, okay, we'll read whatever on the screen. And that's very helpful because your student will shift his mind by not just looking into the screen what's given into your lesson, but also the kid will watch what you're showing to him. Aside from that, I also have here for those kids who are just starting, you can show him or her cards, or like me, I have here, this is for my daughter, but I am also using this during my class, the letter notebook. I bought this online, and then you can also use this for your kid by just look, this is my daughter's handwriting. So you can just use this and then tell your students to look at this one. Okay, hey Tally, can you look at the screen? Look at the screen. What letter is this? Okay, letter C. Look, there's a big one and a small one. This one is a big C, and this one is a small c. So you have to give your student an idea what's the difference between the big and the small. So you also have to emphasize it, like big and small, so that your student can determine which one is big and which one is small, right? Okay, so this one is very helpful. Aside from that, we also have here, I have here a phonics book, and you can also buy this online. There are a lot of different kinds of this one online. You can just choose. So for me, I have here this letter books. So for this one, we have a letter, the big letter A, the small letter A, and an example of a word that starts with letter A with matching picture. Look at that. Right? So you can use this one for your kid, and you can repeat this to every kid that you have, especially if the age gap is just the same, like that. Okay, for other books that I have here, I have the number book. Okay, look at that. So in this book, you can see the different numbers inside with matching drawing of how many drawings that the book has. So for example, I have number 1 here, and then I have 1 pot here, number 2, and 2 rabbits here. So you can let your child say, let your child, okay, can you tell me how many rabbits can you see in the picture? There are 2. How do you write number 2? Can you follow? Yeah. And how do you read number 2? 2, T-W-O, 2. So this is also helpful for your activity, especially that your kid starts to not listen to you. Okay, so you can divert his attention by just showing any cards that you have, flashcards or any materials that you have in your home. So aside from that, we have various lessons in our ESL group. So aside from the letters, the numbers, we also teach our kids about food. So I also have here a food book, and in this book you can see that there are different kinds of fruits with matching names of the fruit. Okay, so this is also helpful. So aside from that, for students to see other items in your class, you can also show the kid, oh, can you see a monkey? What does the monkey likes to eat? The monkey, sorry for this one, the monkey likes to eat banana. Okay, you also have to show the kid what is eating. Okay, you also say, do you like to eat banana? Eat. Because some kids doesn't know what is the meaning of eat or what's the meaning of eating. They don't know about that. So you have to express what you're trying to say to the student. So everything that you're going to say, as long as it's easier for you to do it, then you have to do it. Okay? So aside from that, like let's say we have a lesson about a bottle. So I have here an example of a glass. So let's say you have a lesson about the glass. So I have here an example of what a glass looks like. So that's also helpful. For example, you also have a lesson that says or that shows a mirror. So I also have here an example of a mirror. Okay, you know, teacher, it's also important for me that before I start my class, I review what's on the lesson, because it also helps me to prepare what things I have to do or what things I have to bring into my classroom. And it's easier for me to pick up the things because they are just near me, and it's not advisable for you to get out of the class and just get the things that you might need, because once you started the lesson in your class, you have to stay there for 25-minute duration. Second advice that I will give you is that you have to review the lesson that you are going to have for your next class, so that you can prepare the things that you are going to give into your student during your lesson. Okay, number 3, for the students to have other activities inside your classroom, you can let your student get coloring papers. Yes, I have here coloring papers, and then if I can see that my student is boring, or let's say they like another activity aside from what's on your classroom, I usually ask my students to get color papers. Yes, and the kids will get excited every time you say, okay, can you get coloring papers? Do you have construction papers? And then they get excited, and then they will stand up, and then they will get what you're asking him to get, and then we started to do paper folding activities. Even if it's just a simple airplane paper folding, that would give an excitement to your student, and it will bring you back the student's attention in class. Aside from this one, which is very helpful for me, number 4 is I ask my student to get a notebook and a pen. So in this activity, I ask my student, let's say in my lesson, I have there the word ice cream. So let's say that in your lesson there is a word that shows an ice cream word. There's an ice cream word in your lesson. So you will ask your student, can you get a paper and a pen? Okay, I want you to draw an ice cream. Can you draw an ice cream for a teacher? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, so that your student will draw an ice cream, and as an addition to that, you can make a race with your student. So for me, I will say, okay, let's make an ice cream. Let's have a race. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, so your student will be very excited to draw the ice cream. And then you let your student, okay, show me your drawing. Come on, come on. Okay, and then you will let your student write the word ice cream. Can you see the word ice cream on the screen? Can you write the word ice cream? Let's go. Okay, something like that. So these are just examples of what you can do, or the activities that you can do during your class with the kids. Because I tell you, if you are handling kids, you must be very creative in doing that so that your kids will enjoy your class. And then that's also my 5th tip. You have to be very happy, to be very friendly, and at the same time, you also have to give praises to your students. By that, your kid's parent who's just sitting behind your student will get the idea that you are a kind of a teacher that they like. So they will book again and again into your class, and that's also a way of getting more students back into your lesson. So I hope this video helps you, and as what I'm always saying, enjoy teaching kids. Have a good day. See you again.